it's a weird question because in roleplay, where you get to make the decision if somebody dies or not, a lot of people don't really think about it.
That's like a movie that's like forgotten. Like people forgot they watched it, and it was an incredible
and you
movie.
just like a core memory unlock.
So in roleplay, it would be obviously when she's asking like, would you jump in front of a bullet? Of course. Why wouldn't he?
Yeah, like I said,
he gets to. I get to choose if Michael lives or dies.
Love is incredibly
but you can't say that
in roleplay.
All at the same time, right? So I always tell people that the hallmark, like one of the things there are a few hallmarks of emotional maturity, but one of the hallmarks of emotional maturity is recognizing, right, that you can hold two conflicting emotions for the same person at the same time and have them both be valid.
I think that's just like turning 30, is realizing that cognitive dissonance is just like a constant state of mind.
It's just the norm.
Yeah.
Is not unnatural, no, but in roleplay it is. Everyone wants to be a hero in roleplay.
It really is. Again, along the lines of, like you said, living is harder than dying.
It is.
But living is also kind of incredible.
Living is so much harder than dying. But that's only. I feel like living is harder than dying for like. Was gonna be slightly elitist for smart people. Okay, the smart intelligence really is a curse, right? Ignorance truly is bliss.
Yeah.
Like
I always simplify that
for
people by saying the happiest people I ever met never left their hometown. You know.
Right? I know exactly. The happiest people I ever met never left their hometown too, as well. Are fucking still back and carry.
Yeah.
But
you have an easy Irish name, by the way.
I wish I could be stupid. Wait, me?
Would that be a difference?
Siobhan is like an easy one to read.
God
you know what
bless
one always fucks me up?
Sharsha?
No,
you know how we talked about having a hardcore server?
That one, you could have given
so
me
the
like
hardcore server, I think, was supposed to be like if you go down too many times.
If no one would have ever told me how it was pronounced, I would have never gotten it.
In a single day, you would have a chance to be forced permanent.
It's
at that point, I think people would act differently
Gaelic fit with the Roman alphabet.
because it takes it out of your hands being able to choose if your character lives or dies.
There's only 6 vowels right in the Roman alphabet, and we probably had closer to like 30 fucking 2.
Michael, at some point when you end up fucking taking all your shit out of the place you go to when you leave Los Santos, we're gonna go to Belfast.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, we're gonna go see the Giants. You gotta see some fucking. You gotta get more worldly, my man. Maybe that'll help your sociopathy.
Yeah, maybe.
You ever hear of the plight of the traveler, Siobhan?
No, do tell.
It's the concept that people travel because they don't have enough of what they enjoy of life in one place, so they travel to find it elsewhere. And the more places they see, the more they start to recognize that no singular place has all the things that they're looking for, and they actually grow even deeper and more unhappy.
Filled with ennui.
Yeah.
Michael, can I have a cigarette?
Are you bumming a cigarette from me?
I'm bumming a cigarette from you, please.
I just lit this one. All right, here you go.
I know. Thank you.
You used to be a judge a long time ago. I forget.
Yeah, I think
I did.
Nick would probably be
one of
the only people that he would.
You know that I'm the only person in the city to ever
question
get just barred and charged with a felony.
Jenny, maybe.
No,
it's hard
Which
to say though.
Yeah. Fuck. I feel bad for forgetting her name now. Devereaux. Ava Devereaux. Falsely imprisoned.
Wait, no, Elizabeth Devereaux. Elizabeth Devereaux.
Well, that's not what I wanted to do.
Sorry, yeah.
Wait.
Falsely imprisoned me in the judge's quarters.
She wanted my help setting you up for a sting up.
Yeah, because I didn't do anything wrong.
Nick has been through all the shit Michael has done. Well, Michael has been through all the shit that Nick has done. Like getting blown up by a helicopter.
That's why I became a terrorist, Michael.
God, no! I'm sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
I was a lawyer and a judge told me to do something. I had to do it.
I was angry because she was expunged and the charges removed from her record within the same day.
I totally forgot about that until you just said it. Holy shit. Oh,
yeah.
wow.
No, I remember you, but you were always a good one. So.
Oh, thank you for saying that.
It wasn't Nick.
You did criminal defense at times too, so.
Yeah.
You know, I respect someone who's willing to play both sides of the field as long as they think what they're doing is right under the information they're given.
Always. I mean,
It's
the
the
way
people who operate outside of that scope that I have a problem with.
I agree with you. I agree with you fully on that.
You know, back when I met Michael, he used to stand for stuff like that, and then he just fucking fell off.
He fell off?
Yeah.
I mean, conviction should always be strong but loosely held, right?
I fell off like ADMC.
Yeah. Well, not as bad, according to you.
No, not as bad as them, though.
Yeah, I think for me, it's always like terrorism. For me, was more of a who watches the Watchmen kind of thing than anything else. Who closes the door when the bus driver gets off? You know.
Right. Who watches the Watchmen, indeed.
But as Michael and I were just talking about, in a strange turn of events, 7 years after the, or 6 years or whatever after the whole Sanguine thing with Jaeger and I, the government is not our problem now, it's the people. And your husband did exactly what he said he was going to do 7 years ago. He's a man of his word.
What do you mean? Wait.
7 years ago, he planned to take over the government either by force or by election.
Really?
And lead it into a state of militarization, which it sounds like he is currently doing. And for that, my hat is off to him. Has your husband told you about the guild?
Not in depth. Not as in depth as I would have liked. Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of time for anything, honestly, these days, except for his commissioner duties. I feel like
Did Siobhan just get the unlock?
I feel like many mayor things have been left by the wayside, and Michael, I trust you.
Out of maximum security prison?
No, I don't think that. I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that. There are circumstances that led to his breakout.
Yeah,
somewhat.
Well, why Jaeger loves your husband so much, because he looked up to him. I think we all did in one way or another. Still do.
Oh. But did you say you trust me?
Yeah.
You better fucking trust me.
Oh, fuck.
If you want me to step away, I can.
No, you're fine. You seem to know a lot. I feel like you know more than I do, honestly, right now. I feel like
your husband's past,
you've
maybe.
caught me off guard here, to be honest with you. I feel like I'm caught on the back foot.
You shouldn't be. Your safety is
hey, Caroline.
A primary objective of mine. So.
Oh, okay.
Spit it out.
He said it was Ling, right? We broke him out?
Yeah, Lang was involved, but he's not the one that did the legwork. Took the credit for it, though.
Nah.
That'd be Jaeger, Lando, Bjorn, and Glorion. They worked their way into DOC under... Holy fuck, I'm forgetting her name. Woman with no legs.
I can't remember. Cannot remember. Oh my god, I know what you're talking about, but cannot remember.
Yeah. They worked their way into DOC solely with the objective of figuring out...
No, the one with no legs.
Max's movements. Found out that he was going to therapy weekly with Pixie Plum.
Mm-hmm.
And
he told me
staged an interception.
a lot about that, but okay. And he said it then? Sorry, is that his promise? Is that when he made his promise? When is that promise from?
Shortly after he was broken out, and there was a discussion about what he wanted to do now that he was a free man in quotation marks, about as free as you can be as a, high-profile terrorist on the run. That the city needed a better class of villain, I guess. This is the best way to think about it, and he wanted to give it to them, but not in the way that they thought. Not in a blowing up buses full of people and, you know, all that jazz. More so...
Well, he never succeeded, did he?
A hostile takeover. So, needless to say, when I moved back from Sanguine 6 months ago, and he was elected mayor, and Michael was elected deputy mayor, I was very pleased.
Seamsies.
Huh.
But I will say, he didn't go about it as nefariously as I expected. It seems like with the government collapse, he saw it as an opportunity to build a better government that actually did what it's supposed to do. And I can't tell if I like this option more yet, but hearing what I've heard about the last few weeks and what he's doing now, I think I like the direction the government's taking.
I'm weirdly thinking about a time when he was talking about the people who keep saying that I've changed, but that I've influenced him. And I wonder... That's all. I just wonder.
I think you're good for him. I think everyone, people like Michael, Jaeger, your husband, need someone to ground them every once in a while, right? Like we said, that's what love is.
We were talking
Fontaine,
about that. We were literally just talking about that.
For what it's worth, I think you've done excellent work.
Changed him for the better.
Yeah, what if I did too good of a job though? Like, what if there was like, what if this was like a, you know, what if this was an equal give and take, and now.
You know, there was a plan concocted.
Oh, these are custom.
To along the
There's
lines
not
of the Who Watches the Watchmen
windmills
thing,
out here.
Realizing that gangs actually made our lives much harder than it had to be.
Right now, I think
there
there's
needed to be someone to keep them in check too. I feel like he's accomplishing that by going the legal route, which is arguably scarier than doing it in a vigilante sense.
It's a two-way street, and you know, I'm just gonna say, with us, and yeah, I think the legal route is the scarier route, and I wish more people saw that. I feel like a lot of people see. I feel like I like get looked down on as a nerd a lot, but I'm a scary fucking nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're not high as a kite.
Look, Max married you. And I know he's a bit of a hopeless romantic, but at the same time, I don't think that's for nothing. So surely you have some qualities that, you know, beyond your legal precedent, align with those same values, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he converted to Catholicism for me.
Yeah, he was a Mormon, I think.
Yeah, he was. Ew, I put an end to that real quick, like.
And Mormonism is a strange one, but I feel worse for Jehovah's Witnesses.
I agree as well. Yeah, but no, you know, both agree with some like very simple principles, like to whom much is given, much is expected. And I think we both care very much about the dance between the different sects of the city, SECTS, spelling
No,
that for clarity. Right? We care very deeply about those same things and have similar values in that regard.
Max's path right now reminds me of?
Well,
that saying, is it better to be feared or respected? And the answer is...
The Prince? Oh, yeah, no, I downloaded that on my Kindle during the first term.
Then the answer is it too much to ask for both?
No, it's not. I actually have a different answer to that, though. You know, there's another way to lead. It doesn't have to be with fear or respect. You can lead with love.
True.
See, this is where I'm so Catholic. I'm so Catholic. You can lead with love.
You really are. You're Irish. Yeah. You're showing.
Yeah, but no, you can. All right.
Love in this city.
Another way.
That's crazy.
Like turn the other cheek. Be Christ-like.
Yeah, but love is, you know, implies the existence of tough love as well. So. And I think what Los Santos needs is tough love.
No, it's always needed tough love. That was pretty much like I feel like my mod. Like I had to do a lot of tough love in my court, and I was very good at it. I was very good at tough love when necessary. After the hand-taking incident.
You never should have lost that second election, Michael.
He shouldn't have. I really
I
wish
was
he hadn't.
dealt a shitty hand though, so I feel like I did well for what I had.
Well, we're probably gonna be impeaching Solomon on Thursday.
Are we impeaching him?
I don't care what Alan says at this point. I'm really frustrated. I'm voting. I'm raising articles of impeachment, and I'm asking for a vote.
Under the circumstance of Solomon being impeached,
what is Crane saying
at the end of this investigation, or the
I don't think we even need to wait. I think we can just impeach him now.
But what,
we have the votes.
Happens?
What happens?
In terms of the deputy mayor position.
I think it's election too.
It is a re-election. Okay.
I wish it wasn't, because God, having to do another election sucks, and also
I think having an election right now with everything that's taken place and the gangs in disarray as they are might not be in Michael's favor.
I think Michael gets more than the gang vote though.
True. But it's not to be understated that they can have someone else run in the election and sway it again, as they did with Solomon.
Michael, here's what you do for election part 2, okay? Hear me out. You invite everyone to the wharf to witness fishing.
Is it going to be an election?
There might be.
What if Max puts it in a state of emergency and says that he needs a...
He won't pass my State Emergencies Act!
Well, he's enacted martial law, has he not?
No, we're not. No, he used the words martial law, and I wish I had been near him in that moment, or that he had thought to correct with his wife, because I would have told him to not use those words.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're not in that. It was more of like a state of emergency, not technically martial law, because we don't have a military, and that means martial law means suspending due process, and we're not suspending.
You have a military? Trust me, I was on Sanguine. The police can be military.
I am aware that they can.
What?
But we are not suspending due process. See, what the State Emergencies Act would give us the ability to do that, but like with an announcement, right? I'm like guaranteed it would just give us the ability to do so.
Why does fucking Cabot or DG not?
Ending an election until the state of emergency is ended?
I said powers such as, including but not limited to, so, you know, unlimited power. Yeah. He doesn't want to pass this.
I think,
pussy.
There's a way it could work.
I already whipped the votes. We could pass this right now. Without him.
Who's hosting it? I don't know, just random.
You really are perfect for him. He would be angry in the moment, and then he would be glad that you acted on your own. I like that.
So what is Crane saying exactly?
He doesn't like this, but I don't need his vote.
No, I mean, like, you said that you don't care what Crane says at this point.
Well, here's the thing. I can't present it. I won't present it. I can't present it without Max being on board. But I did do the initiative of, you know, whipping the vote already, and then let him make the decision on whether or not we were going to do it.
Who the fuck is Blue
You know what I'm
Jeff?
saying? So, like...
Nothing like a bit of applied pressure.
Yeah. I mean, the fact of the matter is that the fact that we could pass it, and I got people who were previously our ops to agree to pass it and give us this much power, and we decided not to anyway.
Oh, come on, Max.
That's a bigger flex. No, this is a bigger flex to know that we could just seize power at any point in time. Could. So what's the difference between having legislation and not? We already have the power.
Sounds good to me.
Now it's just more implied and not outright stated to the people, and that's actually better for everyone. Sorry, impeaching Solomon, you asked about state of emergency, and I said, well, technically, that's like a thing that I was working on.
I'm just looking on how I get Michael back to deputy mayor.
Do I have to, like... It's so fucking annoying if I have to do it.
You sound so mad about this.
If I have to run again, yes, it's annoying.
I mean, Tugs has felonies. He can't run again.
No, that's what I mean. Like, there's nobody on that list that can
Is it, I was gonna say, is it a re-election of previous candidates or is it new entries?
No, it's new entries.
I think it would be new entries.
Yeah.
Well, then that's pointless.
I don't. You know, what's funny? Here's what's funny to me about this, though, is that we brought up having a separate deputy mayor election, right, Michael? Max, Michael, Crane, and I all talked about this, and we were like, no, we shouldn't. Crane has this vision about how this role should go down, right? And
Crane is old.
I understand.
He's going senile.
And he was like, no, it defeats the purpose, blah, blah, blah. We gotta have deputy mayor. Max and I both acceded on this point, you know, for reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided there shouldn't have a deputy mayor election. And now we're gonna have an election for just deputy mayor.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was so against having this, and then we're gonna actually do that thing.
Well, you know what they say. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Time is a flat circle after all.
Oh, I remember what I was going to do.
Time is a flat circle. Time is a wheel. Are you a time fan?
Yeah.
Okay, you know? We're best friends now. We just became best friends. What's your favorite book?
It sounds contrived, but I genuinely am a big fan of Art of War. So.
Okay.
I read it when I was like 9. I'd probably go back and read it every couple of years. If I had to pick like a non-contrived book, I would probably say, it's a tougher one. Pratchett, Sorcery.
Okay. Terry Pratchett. Pratchett's fun.
Yeah. I was a Bukowski guy for a while, but that feeds into the self-deprecation
books from the Wheel of Time, though. What's your favorite
sorry.
Book? I love that you gave me your real books. I love that you went with like actual like favorite books, though. That's great. No, those were great answers too.
Great Hunt, I think.
Great Hunt? Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Which books are they talking about?
I don't know. It's not.
I feel like that's the start of our emo rant arc, is it not?
Yeah, definitely. It's just.
Okay.
Again, you got to remember that I'm an incredibly nihilistic and depressed person, so.
Okay, so that makes a lot of sense.
Wheel of Time.
I like commiseration. I like reading things to know that my thoughts are not my own and someone has lived this before.
So when you got to Veins of Gold, how did that hit you?
Motherfucker, I don't know what you're talking about.
I haven't read all of them.
All right. I'll find them all favors.
You need to get Veins of Gold. I need to know how this.
I
need to know how the chapter Veins of Gold hits you as a nihilistic person. I need to know that when you get to that part of the series, having gone through everything that you've gone through with your characters, and you get to this one chapter and you read those fucking words. Oh my god!
I'm gonna make a note right now on my calendar that I need to read this and get back to you on it.
Please do, please do, because
and I have a feeling that when I read it, I'll know exactly what you're talking about.
You will know, and I need to know what your particular insight is on that.
Ooh. Big Quixote fan.
It's the wallpaper.
You're just citing classic literature at me, and
yeah,
honestly, I'm a big fan. You're giving me a lot of lit snob
things. That was like my.
So I'm gonna give you
my
favorite book. All right, it's after my hero, Hillary Rodham Clinton. Oh wait, I'm just realized today I'm a leftist and not a neoliberal. This is gonna be hard. Anyway, it's Brothers Karamazov.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Why does it do that?
Yeah, that's a little. Oh.
Yeah. It's Russian. It's Russian.
Do you like poetry, Siobhan?
Hello.
Love poetry. That's actually, I think, why I have a good memories, because I practiced reciting and memorizing poetry so much as a child.
I was a theater kid, so.
Also that.
I'll tell you my favorite poem if you want to know one that has resonated with me my entire life. Called "Keeping Things Whole" by Mark Strand.
Okay, can you recite it to me?
Yeah.
I'm super excited to hear this. Oh god, I'm so happy to be safe with you two, by the way. Sorry, just for 1 second. I'm so happy to be doing this and feel safe
Yeah.
Without having to be signed in as an officer for the first time in who knows how long, and just thank you.
I'm gonna grab water
sorry,
while
go ahead.
they finish this whatever this conversation is.
In a field, I am the absence of field. This is always the case. Wherever I am what is missing. When I walk, I part the air, and the air fills the spaces in which my body has been. We all have our reasons for moving. I move to keep things whole.
I like that. I do like that a lot.
More of like on the subject of transience and, again, life being a fickle thing.
So are you a big Nietzsche fan then?
Yeah.
So can I tell you what my favorite poem is?
Yes.
If by Rudyard Kipling.
Oh, this is a fucking page and a half, huh?
Are you reading it? I'm gonna recite it, okay? Because I think it's fun. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait,
I was gonna make a VTuber model for a little bit, but then I never found an artist, so I never really got into it.
Don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise.
I was gonna do it for shits and giggles, but it's a lot of money to do something for shits and giggles.
And not make thoughts your aim. If you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same. If you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, and watch the things you gave your life to broken and stoop and build them up with worn out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more you'll be a man, my son.
Sounds like something fucking Mufasa would say to Simba, but I like it.
Stoicism. I'm a stoic.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm stoicism. I'm a bit of a stoic.
A bit of a stoic.
I've realized that the longer that I stand this way, I just keep turning to the left. Like I never turned around to face you.
I love it.
We've been standing still too much. Let's move.
Michael's got his zoomies. We gotta go. Michael, I appreciate you stopping. That's pretty cool.
I have the worst
used to do that.
ADHD in my life, like ever, but I don't have it in Los Santos. It's weird.
Okay, I have super bad ADHD, and like I'm sometimes very happy to just sit and chill in my house. Have you seen my house?
You ever think maybe you're more of like a social schizoid?
What do you mean?
You hooed him earlier. Do you think he's seen your house?
Wait, hold up. He just called me a social schizoid?
Yeah, I mean, the short summation of it is that you thrive and you're very good in crowds, but the majority of your existence is the desire to be alone.
Okay. I think you just unlocked her.
I'm an extrovert who just wants people to... It's not that I want to be alone. Okay, all right. So close but not quite. No, close but no cigar, all right? I'm an extrovert who loves talking to people and loves... I genuinely love helping people as well, and I love interacting with them. Okay?
There's a butt coming here.
But I also, because I have been so helpful and lived a life of public service, I also want to be valued for me and not the things that I do, but then I also feel useless if I'm not being useful, and it's just this weird...
Remember that talk about cognitive dissonance?
Yeah, it's that cognitive dissonance.
It's like, people value me for the things that I can do for them or that I support them in, and I don't like that that's the only thing I'm valued for. I wish they'd value me for me, but at the same time, if I don't do those things, I don't feel fulfilled either. So it's kind of a...
I catch 22.
A little bit. I was actually going to say that exact thing, and then I was like,
I filled in the blank. I was there. Same wavelength.
We just become best friends.
We did. I told you that. On top of that,
Yeah.
second you said Wheel of Time, I said we became best
Finishing
friends.
each other's sentences.
Already.
Oh my fucking god. Wow.
Yeah, Michael, maybe
We
if
went
you
real
understood people a bit
philosophical up
better.
in here. Yeah, Michael, you know, maybe if you tried to be a little bit more empathetic.
Maybe if you'd be willing to die for someone else.
Yeah, maybe if you were actually willing to die for someone else. I agree. I agree. You know, Michael, if you could just admit that you love someone else, maybe you would understand.
He said he loves his
But
brother.
you're in... Yeah, other than his brother.
He loved his mom.
Okay, so figure it out, Michael. Stop living in self-denial.
How are we turning this on me? I don't understand.
I think most of your issues. I think you have daddy issues, dude. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, my dad is fucked up, so probably.
Yeah, well. I think maybe this person you became, if I can speak bluntly, probably was the same for me, which was losing your mother.
Mm.
Yeah, well, could also be getting
Didn't
sent
have a
off to
gentle
the
touch, man.
yeah, getting sent off to the
Michael,
trenches and
daddy issues.
Yeah, but you had a sick trust fund to fucking, you know, to reap from that. So not everything is bad.
well, not
Can't
anymore.
believe you guys blew through all that money. Yeah. Maybe
No.
your brother stopped buying fucking nuclear submarines every 3 days.
I don't think he can do that.
Or all those Russian jets he commissioned.
It's funny. It's always been him using all the money, and I've been
It really
self.
has been, actually. when I
Yeah,
think
and
about
I've been
it,
a
yeah.
self-made fucking
Okay,
millionaire.
let's not go that far. You had like AWMs and shit, and I know you didn't buy that with your own money. Those don't come cheap.
No, they were in storage.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Where, in that bunker you decided to burn down in your little tantrum?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I don't think she knows that.
Still mad you never showed me the interior of that place, by the way.
I haven't seen like any of Michael's stuff.
Yeah,
I couldn't even show you.
Response.
Now it's all gone.
Yeah, you
So I
burned
mean, I'm
it
like, I never got
down.
to see any of it. You burned it down. This is your fault.
Yeah, in a fit of rage because he was emotional, which shows to me that maybe he's not as sociopathic as I think. Why are we at our warehouse?
I think Gloria is here.
He's here. I saw that actually. She
Yeah.
texted me too. But I was too interested in our conversation.
Yeah, what's your number?
Oh yeah, one second.
Yo, let me get them digits, new bestie.
Wow. Replaced
Dude, it's
in
nothing personal.
less than a span of like 2 hours. That's crazy.
It's nothing personal. We come as a package deal, you and I. So
Yeah, how do you spell your name, Trey?
TREY.
I think I spelled it right. Ooh. Make it
What
better.
up?
Oh, there it
Hey.
What
is.
up, G? You're awake?
I be farming, dog.
Yeah, grind never stops.
I just do it at night before I
This
sleep.
You
motherfucker,
said
you
something
said you
about
wouldn't
Blue
be
Jeff.
awake after storm, you lying
Yeah.
son of a...
Oh, Blue Jeff is back. Holy fuck.
Lying to
Blue
me.
Jeff. Oh yeah, he was hanging out with us all day.
Okay. Hell yeah. This is my new best friend, Siobhan.
Yeah, we're new besties.
I know Siobhan. She's cringe.
Yeah, we're just gonna
What
hang
the
out and
fuck?
fucking quote literature to each other. all
Yeah,
the
we're
time.
gonna literally just
oh
like
God,
super
it makes sense.
classic
You are also a
lit.
theater kid.
Uh-huh. We're
It's-
super theater kids up
Wait,
in this
what do you mean
bitch.
also? I never told you that I did theater.
I know you're a theater kid.
He
God
can
damn it.
tell. He can tell theater kids.
Is it
He's
the
a
theater
drama?
kid
Is it
is it the brooding and the stoicism? Is it the trying to appear cooler than I am because I'm actually just fragile?
Because I'm insecure and I
Yeah.
really, God, I want them to like me. Do they like me?
Pretty
You're
much.
like hyper introspective to like
An absurd, insane degree.
yes,
Yes.
Oh well, I've had a lot of time to think. You know,
and you
pretty
know
cool.
And study the human condition.
Yeah. Well, cognitive semiotics was my major.
I mean you also
Oh, cultural anthropology was my minor. My major's in finance. Soul sucking.
I'm so sorry.
I know. Me too.
You know, before I moved to Los Santos, I was a fraud and money laundering specialist for 4 financial institutions.
Oh wow.
we should probably not
Um,
stand out here. There are people.
hope
That was awful.
Rich people get it. We'll talk.
Would you help them send their money? To the Canary Islands or the Isle of Man?
Who knows?
Yeah, allegedly.
People trying to rob this place. What?
It's still pretty much the same in here.
You were my enemy. You were my op.
I mean, look, I didn't do all of that per se, but I feel like there was definitely some people who were skirting certain OFAC restrictions.
I had to stand trial in Colombia and testify about money laundering from a drug cartel. That was pretty cool.
Wow, that actually sounds sick and scary as fuck.
Yeah, it was terrifying because the profile that got flagged was a 17-year-old kid.
Ooh.
So what up?
Machine learning is a scary thing.
Machine learning is horrifying.
So is big data. People don't know that though.
Big data is horrifying. Have you
you
heard Big Data's album 3.0?
Yeah.
That you have? Right? That shit is...
Unironically, yes, because people used to play their shit in the office.
Right, but it's good. It's good.
I've been really fucking with 65 Days of Static lately. That's been my go-to for like the last week.
I haven't heard it. I'll listen to it.
Like post-instrumental. Think like explosions in the
it's
sky,
raining.
more geared towards like rock than it is like
okay.
Soundscape.
Oh, I mean, we went from Big Data to that, so I'll definitely listen to it.
Big Data.
The two scariest things about working in tech startups was sitting in on SEO bids and finding out how all that worked, and then figuring out that if I wanted to find 19 to 21-year-olds that are from Arkansas, and recently went through a bad breakup and are listening to a specific type of music and make about this much money a year, that I could target every single one of them.
I felt really like seen and attacked.
Yeah.
By what you just said.
Yeah, well.
Okay. All right. Literal new best friends. My God.
Honestly, I can say it.
Michael, you were still best friends too. Why are you pouting over there?
We can all be best friends.
I'm gonna go steal your bike.
Michael, get back
I'm gonna drive on the loop for.
No.
No, you're not. Get back
for
here.
a guy who's a sociopath, you get emotional pretty often.
Oh, I went for cuffs, but I don't have them.
You don't have cuffs.
Cuff you.
You don't have
Get back here.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
He can't leave. He's going to pee.
Good.
No, I'm gonna loop.
Don't be dramatic.
Oh, he's gonna hit the loop and kill himself.
Am I gonna die?
Very likely, yes.
Let's just watch. Here, let's watch
You don't have pocket EMS. You're gonna die.
I got.
Oh, this is.
Nope, he's good.
When you landed it?
Yeah.
Will those block me? They probably will, one day.
I super fuck with velocity. So we're just gonna I'm already high, and I'm not on duty because I did drugs and I didn't.
I think we might have died.
Let's do it.
Help.
Philosophy.
Can you even do that loop? You have a stunt. I don't know what. I don't know if it's a stunt room. Hello, I need help, please.
Nope. Oh, God damn it.
Hello.
Hey.
I hit the ceiling.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Guys.
No, I was worried about the.
Look what I found.
The pride stuff and hitting it. So any EMS on duty?
I don't think so. At this time, very rarely. We usually just have brick and that's it.
To give you context of the people that I flonk with outside of the guild and Michael, my dad is Matt Rhodes, so.
Oh. Oh.
The petty one, yeah.
No, Turgle got training with Matt Rhodes last night. I was hanging out with your dad last night. I was getting Turgle. He is great, and Turgle was getting trained.
You know he hates FTOing? Like he abhors it, and then he
into a late spawning prop.
He's so good at it, though.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. I think that's why he hates it, because it's like the whole thing of, you know, you're too good at something, you make yourself irreplaceable kind of thing.
What time do you land
Hey,
in Amsterdam?
I 100% understand how that feels.
Yeah, you wouldn't know anything about that, Siobhan, right?
Yeah, no, I would never know anything about that. And then you're trapped because you made yourself.
Oh, EMS is on road.
Yep.
Okay, there's EMS.
Oh, Michael.
Around
I didn't even
11.
notice.
No,
Okay.
there was a line about that.
Oh, in that case, I don't have to wait that long.
I didn't mean to say that. Michael, you're hurt.
Huh? Okay.
What was it? And yet, don't look too good nor talk too wise, right?
And yet, yes, yeah, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. Exactly. Someone I would say that I struggle with that one on occasion.
100%.
I struggle with like being hated. Don't give way to hating. Modesty.
I think I land at like 10:30.
Well, it's not just modesty because like here's the thing. All right, false humility though is still pride.
100%.
Right? And I don't want to engage in
pride. Yeah.
I would say
10:50.
I would say it's off. I find it worse because it's disingenuous.
Pandering.
It is. It's pandering, and I find it disingenuous. And also, I have to walk a really hard and difficult line. I'm gonna say it. I have to walk a difficult line as a woman.
True. I can't put myself in the shoes, but I can.
Oh, I was about to ask, are you gonna do public transport or a
Yes,
taxi?
queen.
But renting
It's
could
just the
definitely
way
work
of
as
the
well.
world. Okay. But I used to be able to be like, as a judge, I used to be like, if somebody called me a bitch, it meant that
Who are
I
you
was doing
flying
my
with?
fucking job.
True.
And
Because I feel
always
like-
have the,
I feel like through
Irrational
KLM you
response
can
to
get
not being
like
able to regulate emotions is to lash
Uh-huh.
out. So
rental
you're doing something
cheaper.
right.
yeah, yeah, right. Where I'm like, okay, well, if I'm so
$2.30
cool
a day.
and like,
Whoop.
oh god, I will just never forget like somebody screaming at
Just
me, calling me a
EasyJet.
bitch, and saying that I don't know how to do my job and I'm an idiot.
And then you
Just
said,
screaming at
"Aw,
me on the
thank you, do you
phone
mean it?"
for 3.5 minutes. And no, at the end of that, you know what I said to them? The first thing I asked is, "Are you okay?"
$2.50 a day. That's
I think my
so
comeback
much.
to stuff like that is usually, I hope you get the help that you need, and that is coming from me. So.
I will. I will also say that, like, because I think you need professional help and not the kind that I can provide.
Yeah, I feel like if I'm telling
Plus
you to get
parking.
help, then there's something seriously wrong.
You need to check. You need to check yourself.
Yeah, but you guys have an
Another one.
Airbnb, right? You can probably
Yeah.
park there.
I have not been able to stop saying "Go piss, girl" for like the last week.
I was contemplating driving there,
Well,
Snow,
let's go.
but
You haven't heard? Yeah, "Go piss, girl." You haven't seen that?
the fuel in
should I?
itself would be more than
Classic.
the
Hilarious.
flight itself.
Okay, I'll get myself educated. Like I just like looked at whatever that stupid Elon Musk website's supposed to be called now for like the first time, like 2 days ago after in like weeks.
Pussy in bio.
My favorite.
What's it?
This is X now.
I wish I could have a profile on Twitter and it just says that when you click it.
I wish we could have profiles on Twitter so bad. I would put one thing in my profile, which is retweets do not equal endorsements, so I can finally just retweet people at will.
Twats are not legally binding.
Yeah, twats are not legally binding.
They do not
all
reflect my employer. My views are my own, et cetera, et cetera.
my own opinions and do not reflect that of my employer. Standard disclaimers apply.
What is
Yeah.
that? What is the normal stuff that they
Nah.
post on X these days?
I'm
I
waiting
can't
for
even
the day when I
twat.
can lash out on global Twitter and just fucking say everything I've thought. I'm going full unhinged and letting my freak flag fly. That's for sure.
One day. Oh no, you know what? I did that one time for like a long time. I used to shitpost on Twitter super hard.
Oh, no, I
I
know.
mean, yeah, I know. I used to never shitpost, and then one day I'm like, I'm just a fucking shitposter now.
No, I treat it like I treat Los Santos, which is I realized that I had a lot more fun when I didn't care.
Is this how it works?
Yeah.
Not a butt.
I don't know.
What was it Alan Watts said? That life is a musical thing. You were supposed to dance and enjoy the tune.
Yeah.
I can't even check my phone.
God, I could listen to Alan Watts just drone on for a fucking millennia and
Can I
be
read you a
fine with
bunch
it.
of theater kid quotes I have written down in a notebook?
You just have like a fucking post-it.
I have a
note next to you.
notebook. No. Grabs notebook out of pocket. That's
I feel like
definitely
your
a
notebook
beautiful
is the equivalent
leather-bound.
of my flashcards that I
It's
talked
a
about.
leather-bound bullet journal.
You
It's
really are a
green
fucking
leather.
theater kid.
Yeah, she 100% is.
I'll have you know. I played King Arthur in Camelot. I sang and it was fun.
I don't know if it works. I can't check.
Wait, in Spamalot?
No, in Camelot, like the actual.
Okay, in Camelot. Okay.
You know, I could
I
probably.
wasn't sure if it was the Monty Python one. I just wanted to double check.
The Russian
I can
Twitter
still
handle,
do
I think,
every
is just
song from that
Russian
by memory.
names.
I miss those days, but
And blue just means you have a blue check mark.
I miss those days.
I think that's why we ended up in Los Santos, to be honest.
That is. This is a great place for age theater kids.
True.
I feel like I put that in on my immigration papers.
God, I can't wait for that.
I'm pretty sure that was
reunion.
put on my immigration papers.
What do you do after theater? Like, what are you up to?
Oh, wait, hold on. I just noticed Snow's, the name of his company is Airborne Aviation Academy, and I really like
This
that.
This guy. Is it spelled the way I think it's spelled?
It's spelled the way you think it's spelled.
Of course it is. He's looking for that endorsement.
I want to approve and endorse this so fully. Oh, God. Okay, quote.
Michael, you good there,
I regard the theater as the greatest of all art forms, the most immediate way in which a human being can share the sense of what it is to be another. And theater is a verb before it is a noun, and an act before it is a place. Art is not a mirror to reflect reality, but a hammer to shape it.
True. That is one of my favorite quotes of all time.
It's such a fucking good quote. Theater is the art of looking at ourselves. We must all do theater to find out who we are and to discover who we could become.
I like that Michael is here and he just has to listen to us talk about shit that he has no interest in at all. And he's just stuck here.
The world is a stage, but the play is badly cast.
True. You know, one of my favorite quotes actually.
We tried to make the loop, it didn't work.
Well, which one was it? Was it Wolf of Wall Street? Where it's like way to cut to those black screens and it just had like random quotations and it was attributed to an unknown person. It said the truth is a lot like poetry. And people fucking hate poetry. I've always said people love the truth until it's against them.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Well, people would rather believe a convenient, like a pretty lie than an ugly truth, 100%.
Oh, here's a good question on the topic
of
love.
Why would that? Because I failed the loop.
Are white lies healthy?
The loop-to-loop.
Or a white lie by omission of truth?
Depends on the context.
I think it is. Oh. Ow. You just tackle me from down there?
Maybe.
What the fuck?
That's it, bud. That's a vacation.
That was kind of powerful.
Crazy that you did that in front of Michael.
I do it again.
That was so cool for a second.
Why'd you try to do the loop, man? You knew it was a death sentence.
It's almost always a death sentence.
That's why I did it.
We usually... You know who we need back?
Is he seeking asylum from their introspection?
Yeah. Michael is...
Did you put him under a microscope or something?
No, he's slowly coming to terms with the fact that he's a sociopath and doesn't understand human connection.
Oh, I'm a sociopath.
No,
yeah, I know. You've lied to me pretty much about everything about yourself. So, like your age, who you are.
I'm young and spry and hip 48.
That you didn't have an Oedipus complex, like...
Who the fuck is Ed? Everyone keeps saying that. Who the fuck is Ed? Who's Eddie?
You'll learn.
Trey, how's it felt being you with these guys?
Good.
Yeah, but have you
People always say if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. I fucking love it.
Yeah, but it gets kind of lonely.
Where's the mess?
Nah.
I feel like there's different intelligences when it comes to like certain things.
Yeah, like Glorion is mathematically intelligent. This guy can do numbers like nobody else and figure out fucking patterns and shit.
I mean, no, I'm not saying that I wasn't. Please, I was not calling you.
No,
stupid.
you're not.
I meant they're saying they're sociopathic. So I meant on the emotional intelligence scale and like.
I think you can be emotionally intelligent and a sociopath. I think I fall into that category. I think I lack empathy. I'm good at exacted empathy, but not on a broad scale, if that makes sense.
Do you feel
I
like
understand
you are
empathy? It's just more like I
good effective empathy.
Yeah, but it routes back to the same thing. Am I doing it because I'm actually feeling that way, or am I doing it because I know it's what's expected of me? And I think that that's what I mean. There can be two realities at once, right?
I was about to say, I'm like, it can be both.
Oh my god, I hate these two together.
Right? And hold on, just because it's expected of you doesn't
I think when you do it enough, it becomes
you making the
nature.
choice any different. No,
yeah,
no,
but
because
it
not
can
everybody
be
cares about. Yeah, but not everybody cares about actually about duty, right? So if you care about,
but
I'm gonna say this like with we're gonna get into deontology, okay? About what you ought to do, right? Is it good to do what you ought to do, or is it good to rebel?
I don't think it has to be dealt in extremes like that. I think that I exacted empathy when I knew it was expected of me, and it became second nature. But oftentimes I do it because of my undying need to appease people.
That makes sense. Okay, I should back up. I would say a lot of sociopaths are highly emotionally intelligent. They have to be to hide.
You have to be, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to wear a mask.
But this was the last theater quote. Are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Masks don't always hide us.
It's a bud dying.
Right? Sometimes we wear them to tell people who we are.
Yeah.
Or who we're supposed to be.
I think people conflate the idea of wearing a mask with being something you're not, when in actuality it's pulling parts of yourself out when you need to, even though it might not be how you feel in the moment. That's what you need to learn, Michael, is that I think you have the capacity for those things. I think you're just bad at exacting them.
I would agree with you.
Okay.
Like a good example is earlier when you were fighting with her about getting a VAP on her bike.
Right.
And you started arguing, oh, I'm not going to get arrested and stuff like that. When in actuality, to make Siobhan happy and to make yourself happy and spare yourself the stress, it's easier to just say, yes, ma'am. Because that is what is expected of you.
But she ain't my wife. Well, she's not my wife, though.
Your wife.
You need to be married to someone to exact empathy.
Work wife.
Yeah, work wife.
It wasn't about empathy. It was more about reassuring that nothing would happen.
But sometimes your reassurance comes off as... But sometimes your reassurance comes off as combativeness.
Yes, ma'am.
Like I understand what you mean, and I don't disagree with you. You're careful. You're smart. You explained it to me while we were on the bike. But when someone's mind is running wild with possibilities, instead of trying to rationalize their fears, sometimes it's easier just to say, you're right.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, it's like that meme, my girlfriend or wife, whenever I try to solve her problems instead of just listening to them.
Is that a meme?
Yeah, where it's like, sometimes they don't want you to actually solve it. They just want you to hear it out.
Where is he,
It's
Mass?
been 2 months since we looked at business proposals.
Yeah, anything happening with that?
I don't know, Michael.
I don't know either. Why are you saying it like I would know?
Because you're saying it like I might know.
You know more than I do.
I somehow highly doubt that.
I could have been all the way down to the city and back.
Michael, I heard that it was soon TM, like...
Yeah, is that Valve time?
What do you mean you could have been all the way down to the city?
What? We were gonna...
What? You're just itching to, like, you just have to move.
He does. He literally hates standing still.
So?
I don't even think he likes walking around. He just likes driving.
I can already tell. Michael and I are going to be spending a lot of time together in the future, and I'm going to annoy the fuck out of him.
Why? Because you like to stand in places?
No, I just like to talk.
I love
like
talking.
The opposite.
No, you should tell Michael what I have to tell him, which is like, Michael, if you need to go, like if we need to leave because you want to go or like it's been going on too long and you like, you know, you're feeling overwhelmed, you're getting the zoomies or whatever, you need to tell me that you want to leave and I will end the conversation. Otherwise, with some people, I will literally just talk to them forever because it's good conversation and that's really hard to come by.
Yeah,
oh, it's not me.
For dialogues, though.
Oh, who?
It's him.
It's me.
How
Okay, he's
dare
dying.
you.
Okay. What happened with you?
Yeah.
I hit
He
the roof.
tried to do a loop-de-loop
Or ceiling,
with a
yeah.
bike.
Oh, okay, okay. So I'll take a look at you. Do you feel any dizziness in your head?
No, not really.
You're okay, okay. Do you know where you are at the moment? Specifically?
The warehouse. That looks like a fun house.
Mm.
Okay,
You know
dude, just
where
because there's pride balloons
exactly-
up doesn't
It's
mean it's a
pretty
fucking
fun.
fun house.
That's all the colors.
That's all.
I mean,
Very
since she's
rainbow.
Oh, now you got a
here,
problem with
right?
the colors. Don't. Okay.
Oh,
We
no.
need Riv again. We need Riv to just live here.
I miss Riv.
Me too.
I haven't seen
Yep,
him in
there
a
he goes.
while.
No, you're fine.
Does it actually
For now.
block you, Glorion?
Yeah, it hurts.
Does the balloons actually block you?
Yeah, they hurt.
So how did Matt Rhodes end up being your dad?
When their last son died, I told them they had room for a black sheep of the family, aka a super terrorist, and I just started calling him dad.
Okay, that's perfect.
Can you wiggle your
And he
toes
said,
and
yeah.
fingers?
One of the
Can I wiggle them?
high command police officers having a super
I don't
terrorist
think
son. The
so.
optics on that are great. And I said, I love you too, Dad.
And thus it was born.
Yeah, some of them.
Michael, you're fine. Stop
Okay.
overreacting.
What do you
Didn't
mean,
even fall
stop
that far.
overreacting?
Kind of
It didn't even look that cool
overreacting.
when he fell. Yeah. Look at Glorion. He stood up. What's your excuse?
Just
Well,
walk it off.
Glorian's probably done it like 50 times. He's hardened at this
Oh,
point.
okay, dude.
I made
I don't
the
want to
loop
talk about Glorion being
once.
hardened.
It's so
I'm
hard.
getting strong, yo.
Well, were you on a motorcycle when you did the loop or bicycle?
No, I was on the bike, the motorcycle.
The motorcycle.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Do you feel any pain in the back of your head?
No, it's more like at the top of my head. I bumped.
Mm,
But I feel like it's more of a, what do you call those? Like you get those bumps on your head when you hit something.
Yes.
A welt or like a.
We have a head heavy issue.
Can we get him a CAT scan? I think he's missing part of his brain.
Wow.
Head scan?
Yeah.
Oh, it's up to
Or like an
this
MRI or
gentleman
something.
here. Oh, we
No.
cannot. Would you want to get
Yeah,
one
can we
done?
schedule an MRI for him?
I don't need an MRI. My brain is fine.
Well, they say serial killers, you can see the difference in their brains, so I'm curious if it's the same with you.
In the amygdala.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
in the
I would not know.
hippocampus, there should be reduced gray matter, if I am correct in my
Yeah, I just want
knowledge
to check
of
on
true
that.
crime, which I
Okay.
definitely am.
Do not listen to these two. No.
I
Okay.
think it's
No
important that
problem.
we get that scheduled in.
Michael, I'm on your emergency contact list, right?
I don't even know who's on my
Right.
emergency contact list.
Right? Well, why don't we just do a quick review of that right now?
Sure.
Well, I actually don't have your details, so I don't know. You
Michael,
may
why
have
don't
to
you just
disclose
why
them.
don't you just disclose a new update in the near future, in the next 24 hours, and provide me a confirmation? You know what? You need to provide me a confirmation. I'll check. I'll just check
Okay,
when I'm signed on duty
Yes,
as an
ma'am.
officer later.
Yes, ma'am.
Good
There you
answer.
go, see?
Wonderful.
He's
Okay.
learning.
Like,
Maybe
what
he can. Yeah, I think you're right. I think he
is-
does have the capability. He just needs help.
What I can do
Oh
is,
no,
I'll
I had
just
the
try
toxic thought.
to-
Do you know what the thought was,
Stand you up.
Trey? You
can-
know it. I can fix
And
it.
then we'll see
I
how
knew
you
it.
go. If you
knew
feel
it, you
no
did.
Telling
good,
myself
still
that
head
for years.
heavy, we'll take you to hospital.
Okay.
You ever
Right,
see?
ready.
Have
I'll
you
go.
seen like
I'm
the
here.